So, since Knives previously brought it up, and she is capable of remembering, whereas apparently Ghost is not.
And I feel like Chop's liver right now.
It's fun.
Wait, what?
You go with the recap. You were talking about it before.
Wait, me?
No.
Yes,
You're
you
the one.
Welcome to the
meow,
podcast.
meow, 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 meow. This
No,
is
no,
the
no,
point
not
of
in not in Cantonese.
Okay.
It'd be a catastrophe.
Oh, you didn't say which character, so...
Oh,
So I was giving a recap, but
wouldn't it be rah rah rah
Oh, yeah. Rar, 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 rar.
Rustling in the grass from rolling over. Rustling in
I
the
like
grass
how-
from rolling
Roll, roll, rar.
Rar, rar, adorableness.
No. It's roll, 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 rar, 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 roll, rar, 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 roll, meow.
No.
I like to think that Shima is just sitting there going rah rah rah.
Like he actually is saying,
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, that's the cat's introduction. So, let me translate at basically what's going on is, well, welcome back to the wonderful world of Naruto New World. Is that correct? I'm gonna guess that's correct.
Yes.
I'm gonna continue. Anyway, last time we left off, we stopped at an inn. We stayed there. We woke up, witnessed some adult issues, quotations around adults, and throughout that. And so we wandered around for a bit, and then we head towards the medical tents. And upon entering the medical tents, we found out one of the patients was missing. So Tsume continued looking around, and she found a trail of blood and started to follow it. Shiori started following Tsume out along with Shima. In that meantime, Ryhn went off with Mr. Boomstick, which I don't know how to pronounce his name or whatever. I just went to go out and sit there and go watch some pretty explosions.
I love the fact that everybody has just devolved to calling him Mr. Boomstick.
Hey, I can't pronounce other languages, okay? Just leave me alone.
And I'm just horrible with names, period.
Yeah. So
let's have Ghost pronounce it just so that we can have it. There we go. There's a name.
Kijo?
I don't know if it's an actual Japanese name. There's a name.
Kijo.
Okay. So that's a name that I can somewhat pronounce, but I don't really care, so moving on. So we go back to Tsume, Shima, and Shiori. As they follow the trail, they come across in the distance, they see some smoke. So they decided to be all sneaky, and they came across 3 people. One of them being the patient that was missing.
Who was up and at him.
Yeah.
At him at.
And when they proceeded to leave the situation and tried to go warn the village, they were heard, and a battle ensued. As the battle was going on, Ryhn headed back to town, started looking for them, and about mid-battle, he came in and joined the battle. Yada yada. So when the battle was done, 2 people were unconscious. The patient was unconscious, and then the chick that was in the group was unconscious. And the third one that was in there, picked up his bag and just skedaddled. He's like, nope, I'm out of here.
Actually, you're slightly wrong. He didn't pick up his bag.
He had 2 bags. He picked up one of them.
He picked up a bag and ran.
He picked up
He had 2, and he picked up one and then left the other.
of them. I just said he had 2 bags. He picked up one of them and went off.
Yeah, sorry.
And at the end of the last session, Ryhn picked up the last.
I was getting to that.
That's a paradox. He picked up a bag, but he didn't pick up any bags.
So,
2 different people.
just to show what's basically saying where we're at right now, we are on our way back with the 2 unconscious people, and Ryhn has the bag. Okay? Is everyone happy?
The chick.
And the chick. I'm sitting there carrying Mr. Dude that got intrigued, because during the battle, he did some weird shit, like, I don't know, his hand looked like a claw for a minute.
The broken one, specifically.
Yeah, it was broken.
Was
Before.
it for a minute, or was it...
No, before, when
In
you got,
perpetuity.
like, 2 sessions before, when you got whacked out of the metal tent, Yeah, that was broken.
Yeah, no, that was broken. But did his claw stay as a claw, or was it a hand by the end?
No, it came
it
back to a
reverted
clan.
back.
So it's just like some weird things are going on.
It essentially went from broken arm to apparently functional arm in the fight, and then turned into a claw in the fight, and then after he was unconscious, it reverted back to a standard arm that is not broken at all, because you checked it after battle. So.
And Ryhn proceeded to poke at his eyes again, and pissing us off again.
He was getting some information. That's
you
what I
could have waited
told.
until we got back to the village and asked if you can have a medical person assist you with it.
I had a medical person there.
You didn't ask, and she didn't do it. You just went up and straight up and did it.
He just fought us like it mattered at that point. He's a dick.
Yeah, and I'm technically a pacifist, so fuck yourself. I don't want to kill people or maim them unnecessarily.
Well, you like
you were doing with the other guy where you kept breaking his fucking hand. You could have said something instead of just doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you like to pass your fist over his head.
No. That's not what that word is.
The thing is, you're not trained in the medical arts, so you just like, yeah.
I do have treat energy. I just
but you don't have them. You don't have medical training. Just because you have treat energy is like, oh, I can put a band-aid on this scrape, kind of treat injury.
Yes. So we join back up with the group. I kind of back up on my thoughts here. I kind of like the idea that different people will, like, in turn do the recaps, because that's kind of cool. But yeah, if Ghost can never remember it, if Ghost can never remember anything, then Ghost should watch the videos and then remember.
You know what? Ghost should do that.
And actually,
Ghost should listen. Notes. No, Ghost
Someone
should
let
listen
her know.
to the videos while at work. To
no, because that's just, it's basically like if she listens to it at work, it's kind of like background noise.
Yeah. I mean, I do listen to a lot of things at work and actually pay attention to them, but it's usually like I don't catch all of it.
So it's best if she actually sits down with it in the background, like, oh, I don't know, like playing some game like Pokemon.
We rejoin with the group as they are making their way back to Garokutsu, with Ryhn carrying both the extra bag that the ninja before had and the chick, while Tsume carries Mr. Messed Up Arm person, and Shiori is just sort of walking with them, I guess.
She's just like tagging along with like Shima.
No, she's totally riding Shima, even though she told Tsume that she shouldn't do that.
I can see that.
You guys return, and actually, I probably didn't verify what I need to have. Somewhere like here, and Kijo is over here somewhere, probably. Ryhn is with you, and now I need the tokens from the people that you captured.
Time for setup, people. Don't you just enjoy it?
Intended? Yeah, something like that. Because I can plan things. Not really. And Tsume has the arm guy, yes?
Yes, I do.
Question, how many sessions are we in?
Oh gosh. I think about 10.
Depends on which. Do you mean recorded or do you mean actual session?
I was about to ask that.
Actual
I want to say
sessions?
like 10 or so.
34.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it seems you can plan some stuff alright.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Ignoring the fact that half the time it's just me coming up with it and then I have to wrap everything else around it.
Hey.
But anyway.
Hey, that's how being a DM works.
The useful tool for a DM.
it's-
Ad-lib like a mofo.
Hang on.
If you plan every single step of everything, then your characters aren't having fun because they have no control because you're just wedging them into every situation. And if you plan nothing, then you have no control over any situations and everything gets way off track really fast.
That's why you do bullet point planning.
Like I said, you can plan some stuff.
And then you get that one player that just absolutely takes whatever you planned, bullet points or not, and just jerks the wheel to the left.
Like you?
I don't take everything.
Don't give him credit, please.
Adventure!
Encourage this.
Hey, it makes
You
a
just sounded
campaign
like
interesting.
Hileo's, Knives Out.
For one player, and it's usually the player doing it.
It also keeps the DM on his toes.
So, you
But,
guys
like,
arrive.
me
Stuff
running
that
off with
breaks
myself?
campaign.
You guys arrive back in town with the people that you were dragging along. Where do you go with them?
Well, I'm going to sit there and look at Shiori. Do you mind getting our sensei?
Yeah, sure.
And Ryan's gonna say, while you're at it, go get pirate, cowboy, ninja guy too.
Why?
Reasons.
What reasons?
Questionable reasons.
Then it's questionable whether or not I care.
I
need
Okay.
to have a word.
Shiori's gonna go find. She's gonna say that and go find Komogu.
And I need the armed guy to come with me. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going to be heading up towards here. Yes, thank you.
Up towards the
Yes,
the Kage tent thing?
Yeah.
Or Kage house? Well,
yes. You'll
Okay.
get it eventually, but yes.
Is in saying that she
Ryan, since I don't
See?
have control over the token, Ryan's going to be dragging the one over his shoulder with too.
Well, you're not exactly dragging her since she's over the shoulder. You're just moving
Okay.
her.
So y'all are going up that way, and Shiori, you go back into the inn and find Komogu and Sora and Kijo just
Question:
speed.
is Sora still mad at Komogu?
Minute later, finds Komogo fly out window. Yeah, still mad.
Give me yeah, sure. Give me a sense motive, Shiori. You actually have it.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. Sorry.
I think it's a
Please,
+3 for you.
It probably is if it's wisdom. Mm-hmm.
No,
Actually, it's a +4.
Woo! Moving on up.
To the east side.
15.
Okay. So you sort of walk into the inn, and you see the three of them speaking together. And from what you can tell, just from like overall presence in the room, Sora's not mad at him anymore. Not in the way that she was the previous night.
Okay.
And
Question: do they
They
notice
banged
her?
that out.
Do they notice her? Do they see her? Like, come
they're
in as
Shiori
in, like,
walks in,
she's-
screams, "Ignore me," and no one notices her. Because that's how that works.
awesome. But
are
no,
you
it's
gonna
like she.
actually try to?
Are you gonna do this?
Unless she said
No.
unless
Okay.
she said something directly, or unless she does something directly, they're discussing what's something amongst themselves as Shiori comes in. I don't know if Shiori's just the type to say, "Hey, I'm here," or just be shy and try to listen.
I
No,
was just
she's-
hoping that they would actually notice her, like, actually come in, walking towards them, and, like, oh, I don't know, like, a degree of, like, she's been in battle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also another thing. Shiori got injured, and so she has a wound
did.
on her back.
She doesn't notice right now. She's not worried about it. She's gonna walk up to Komogu and go, "Sensei, A patient escaped, and then we went and looked for him, and we found him, and there were more, and one of them turned invisible, and then he turned his hand into a claw, and we've really got to talk about Ryhn.
Somewhere in the distance.
I just love that. That is perfect.
I heard that story.
Okay.
No,
So,
you don't get to do
when-
that. No.
when I wish I had a webcam. Whenever Ghost Shiori went into that, I actually was just like counting on my hands as she was going over stuff. So yeah, that's what Kimogu does. He's like listening to her talk, and then she just like this. Wait, what?
No, she's doing that too, and just like counting on her fingers whenever she says another thing.
One more thing.
Okay. Kimogu just
Oops, sorry.
he sighs and shakes his head and says, "And what did you do with the ninjas you fought? Did you bring them here?"
One of them got away, but we tied the other two up and brought them.
Okay. And then this is Sora. And I'm hoping that at least one of the two that you brought is the patient that escaped earlier.
Yeah, he had a broken arm, and then when we found him, he didn't have a broken arm, and then his arm turned into a claw, and then it wasn't broken again. It was an arm again, and then it wasn't broken.
Sora pats Shiori on the head. We got it. Good.
And then somewhere in the distance you hear crack. Oh, and it's broken again.
Yeah.
God damn it, Ryhn!
It wasn't me this time, he only fell down some stairs.
Throwing my patients
Alright.
down the stairs, and that wouldn't happen.
My question is, where are the stairs in this village? Everything looks like it's on one floor except for the inn.
I don't know. There could have been another floor at the Kage's house.
I'm a living defibrillator. You will not fuck with me.
Oh yeah, those things fucking hurt.
Yeah, they
If you're
do.
not dead.
And if you're dead, it doesn't matter.
I've had one of those things like on my arm.
Mm.
One of those little mini defibrillator packs.
Oh no, those are just like electrolysis. That's a little bit different.
Fucking felt
so-
weird though.
Yeah.
Especially when it was the arm with the metal in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kimogu, he stands up from the table that they were sitting at, and he goes, "We will finish this discussion later. We've still got time before we head back to Usadana, let alone Dataku. Lead on, Shiori," and he just sort of follows you outside of the
It's
And
like pointing
she
onward.
She turns around, and they can see like her back is like covered in blood, and she's like, walking.
She's just like, she doesn't care. She's a little badass. She's
Just the
like,
occasionally all you hear is
No, she's just
It's-
like kind
By
of.
the time we
like,
got back to the village, it would have, like, the blood would have caught, like, slightly clotted. So it
No,
doesn't-
yeah, but it's still like all like the back of her cloak and everything.
Wait, she had a cloak?
Yeah, she's
She
on
wears
that.
a cloak and a straw hat.
Yeah, she likes the straw
What
hat
with
at the end.
samurai?
She's like a like,
Wandering samurai or something?
kind of.
I mean, I
Like
do
ninja.
use like Sereha and like elemental swords. So yeah.
Okay, samurai Jack.
Alright, so, Kimogu is walking with you, and he's sort of indicating more to go out, and he's not really looking towards your back. And then Sora's Kimogu
Points.
points to Shiori's back. Oh,
Medic?
Medics.
Shiori,
Hmm.
are you actually? And this is Kimogu. Are you actually okay with the wound that is on your back, or do you want to visit Satomi before we?
Why can I just imagine, like, wound, peels back, pulls out, oh, I'll be damned. Pulse.
Oh, she got mad and stuff, and she, like, totally forgot about it and stuff.
I don't remember if we even pulled the shuriken out of her back.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did it!
I'm pretty sure she like he asked if she wants to go see shit.
And she's like reaching behind, and then she pulls it out like, huh.
No,
okay.
she undoes her cloak and goes to pull it off and notices that there's still a shuriken in her back and goes, "There's probably more blood than she can handle. Let's just not."
This is not where I left my shuriken. Pop.
And she kind of tries to reach it, but she can't quite like get her arm to do that.
I can just see Komoku like, here, let me get that. Pop. Drop.
Shiori, roll me a listen.
Sure. I just hear her come down, see blood on my back, faint, and fall down the stairs. Listen.
And all you hear is, oh god, not again.
8.
This is the third time this...
Yeah, he's not loud enough to hear it. Never mind. Okay.
Well,
God damn it, Ryan!
it's just Kijo making snide remarks at me.
Kijo was gonna make a remark, yeah, but you didn't hear him. Yeah. He made it, but you didn't hear him. Sora just looks over towards Kijo, because she's gonna get it no matter what. What is this? It's only a +10 because technically it's because she's not being surprised. Okay, yeah.
It's not surprising Kijo is making snide remarks.
No, because
I wonder where Ryhn got that from.
Not Shiori, Sora. Sora specifically has a trait in her feats and stuff, that is, she has a +3 on her listen checks to avoid being surprised.
Mm.
Oh.
So without being surprised or something like that, she has a +10 on listen. With it, she has a +13.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway. So, yay, dedicated hero. Anyway. So, Shiori, you said you just pull it out of your...
She tries to...
No, she goes to reach for it, but she can't, like, get her arm... Like, one arm, like, since it's on one side, like, if she moves that arm to try and reach it, it's gonna, like, she can feel it, and it hurts like hell. So she tries with the other arm and just can't quite, like, get it from either
Why do
hand.
I just see you just chakra threading a puppet hand to pop it out?
Oh, that's right, you have puppet hands, you could do that.
Yeah, no, I don't know that she's really focused on that right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Like, considering she didn't notice it was still there, so.
Yeah, as long as, this is Komogu. As long as it's not hurting you right now, we'll deal with that later. I think
it's nothing vital. You can probably just pull it out.
As Komogu is speaking, Sora pulls it out.
Okay.
A little painful.
I might have needed to reconsider that drop.
And then Sora looks to Komogu as he gives her like a harsh look, and she just, less talk, more action. I've told you this.
Last time that got him in trouble, and she like holds her hand out for the shuriken.
Sora hands her the shuriken.
Some things you do not want to apply that to, and some things you really want to apply that to.
Anyway, so yeah, she's gonna like look at it and just kind of like, and then lead the rest of them to where the others are.
Alright. Sora and Komogu, or Sora and Kijo stay in the Kijo follows. Or Komogu follows. Blah, blah, blah.
It would have been interesting to have a second opinion from a medical, but okay.
Well, she's not really medical, but...
Sora's not.
Oh, Sora's not?
No.
Oh, I thought she was.
She knows how to do... she's about as this is funny. She's about as medical as Ryhn, but she has a skill set that matches it better than he does.
I see.
For now.
So, as you have went into... previously, as you had went into the inn, Ryhn and Tsume had led the two back towards the Kage house. And as luck would have it, Ryhn, This is just where he happens to be. As you make your way up to the Kage house, this is before Sora's Shiori and Komogu have arrived. You see, sort of leaning against the wall with the Stetson hat down, covering his eyes, Mr. Indecisive from before. And he, as you guys come up with the two effectively unconscious adults when you were kids, he looks up and then just tilts the hat up and just, hello, what do we have here?
We have a missing patient here, and we have a lady that the missing patient was meeting. They were something about an ambush, and then we got into a fight. There was actually another person, but they got away, so just a heads up.
And Ryhn goes, and you and me need to talk. In private.
What do you mean you two need to talk? We have more important things to do right now.
Did I say right now? No. I just said we need to talk. That is a point in the future.
He looks to Ryhn and sort of raises an eyebrow, and then he notices the extra bag that Ryhn is carrying. Alright. Well, I'm glad you have it. I'm glad you have it. And right now, though, it's probably best we focus on those two. Annie points to two of them.
Yeah, I think these guys are a little bit more important than whatever you two need to do. Please.
And then he remember the saber from before that you had given him?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was asking for a weapon, and you said he could have the saber. He pulls out, and he goes into his gear and pulls out the saber and just tosses it to Ryhn and says, "Thanks for finding my bag. I won't need that anymore."
I see. Ryhn will kind of pretty much shuffle the holding of the bag in his, just put it down, grabs the saber, sheaths it, and kind of picks up the bag again. Do you remember who exactly attacked you?
Based on this, I would assume these three, or at least the two. Maybe not the patient, because he was probably here at the time. But that's neither here nor there. We'll go over that here shortly. And then this is the point when Shiori and Komogu make their way up. So Shiori does hear this. As it stands, do you kids want to be around while I interrogate these two?
I would like to know how the fucking kid disarmed to a claw.
And Ryhn goes, yes, I would.
No, we're not happy with you right now. We'll talk later about that.
And he gives a look to Shiori to see her response.
I should probably be there in case anyone goes a little far with the interrogations.
Well, I'll be leading the interrogation. Don't worry about that.
Oh, we're not worried about you. We're worried about him, pointing to Ryhn.
Ryhn just kind of shrugs like, I get results.
I can handle him. Don't worry about it.
Shiori's gonna kind of like grind her teeth audibly when he says that.
What does that mean?
Just like she's like tensing up, and you can hear her like teeth sliding against each other. She like tries not to say anything.
Hold on. Let me check something right quick.
We would have to do a listen check in order to hear that.
No, it's loud.
Technically, yeah.
If it's that loud for us to hear,
I'm letting everyone. I'm just giving it to everybody. I don't care. Like
it's like if it's that loud and stuff, you should go check with a dentist. You might have cracked the tooth.
Anyway, so actually,
You gave the DM ideas. Way to go, people.
he hears Shiori's sort of tense, and he says, "I take it from this that nods his head towards Ryhn. Your buddy here's gone into some trouble before."
Not into trouble, he is the trouble.
Yeah.
Ah, one of those types. Okay.
Fortunately.
Ryan's eyebrow kind of
And-
raises at the whole mention of those types. Just think one of those inquiring looks of, and what do you mean by that?
Well, you mean you people. I thought you were just interested in the prospect of role models.
Alright. So, how long ago did you knock these two out?
How long was the
it
walk
wasn't-
here?
It wasn't a very long walk, it was a few minutes.
Right. Okay.
Which
And-
technically, if someone's out for more than a couple of minutes, you probably did serious injury to them. You probably
Right.
gave them a concussion.
So
As Chris
he,
Tucker would say, you got knocked the fuck out.
he nods and says, "And you knocked them out outside of the village, not too far away. So odds are they should be waking up right about. Would you kindly let me go?" Coming from the vines that's next to Ryhn.
Oh,
Ryan, keep it right.
is that the mask lady?
It is.
Yeah, but I want to make a point that Ryan's been specifically holding her hands to prevent Little Miss Mask here to use any jutsus.
That's fine. That's why she's just sort of wiggling and jerking around because you got her hands. So
But I want to make it where
But-
it's the whole that pressure point on the back of the palm with his
you
thumb.
please let me go.
Will you please stop wiggling?
Fine.
I will let you go in a minute then. And just kind of follows the lead away to the quote-unquote interrogation room.
Not that I have a specific place for that. So
Anyway,
Would
we're
it-
just like, bleh.
Wing it.
Yeah. So you lead on to would it make sense for the Kage to have an interrogation room somewhere?
There would be possibly like a headquarters for the ninjas to actually go, and then like another area
Okay.
for them to like pick up their missions. But there's like an actual like police area that they should be able to go to take like prisoners and stuff for interrogation and stuff.
And the fact is, who says all you really need is just a room, a table,
Yeah.
and 2 chairs.
Either way,
Well, supposedly is that what you need. Sometimes they're a bit more
there is
sophisticated
an
with.
interrogation room of sorts, in what serves as the sort of police area of this town. Though you notice that there's strangely not a whole lot of police. Although there is a guard who is at this point getting coffee that Tsume recognizes.
Oh, hey!
Quick, go get coffee.
No. I'm gonna say hi to him.
No, I'm just saying to Miss bleeding from the back over here. She always needs her damn coffee.
Well, she's already. It's the middle of the day for her, so she doesn't need it right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna sit there and just like say hi to him. It's like, what's up?
he just sort of nods his head in your direction and then continues making his way. He sort of eyes the ensemble of people that you got with you, but
Are they clothing
he
now?
sees, no, he sees the Mr. Indecisive and nods. Mr. Indecisive tips his hat and then he walks on. So you now are in some sort of actual interrogation room.
I'm just gonna
And-
flop my guy down. ground, just like flop. It's like you heard a thud.
As you do so, you see that he's actually now awake. His eyes are open. No purple, no craziness, just his eyes are open.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Oh, did someone wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
Are you really wanting to tempt him?
Kind of.
You know what I really love?
No,
they blame Ryhn for his actions, but yet she's doing this.
No, the thing is, she's being a little cocky because they just got beat by kids.
This is true.
So she's a little energetic.
And the fact that they're in point blank range of Mr. Fireball.
As Tsume says that, the girl pipes up and goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're not going to get anything out of him. He rarely talks anyway." So, what sort of questions you got for me? Suppose you want to know why I'm here, what I'm up to, what village I come from. Yeah, basic stuff.
Oh, you're going to be interesting, aren't you?
Always. Now.
Okay, I got a question, more setting-wise.
Uh-huh.
Is this one of those tables that have that little, hook in the center of them for, like handcuffs and stuff like that?
Probably.
Wow, you're thinking of like a modern day, like, police interrogation room.
Actually, these are not as modern as you think it is.
No, what you realize, like, from what I remember and seen from, like, the show, usually they have the person, like, tied up to, like, something, and then they have someone just go into their mind and work their magic.
If the interrogation is pushed to the point where they're not able to get anything out of the other person, then they will resort to what is effectively mental torture and just pull it out.
Yeah.
But they will still try to do the standard good cop, bad cop kind of thing to...
Oh god, which one is Ryhn?
To pull information. However, there's probably not... She's probably bound and sort of more against a wall instead of, like, at an actual table, though there is a table between them, just in case there's evidence to be shown or whatever.
That kind of goes against what I was hoping for.
I'm not going to let you stab her hand.
I didn't say I was going to stab her hand. I was going to bound her hand to the table.
She's already bound up. You don't need to unbind her again, and then bind her again.
You don't have to unbind her. It's just adding an extra layer of rope that ties her hand binding directly.
She's already bound together.
Let me finish, please. Okay? It is more of a measure to be able to see the hands to prevent her from doing a hand sign. That is the whole reason why I was thinking that. God.
She's bound.
I am not
she is bound in a
fucking psychotic. Thank you.
She is bound in such a way that her hands can no longer do hand signs. Yes.
Like, tie them to the to their sides.
There's one-handed jutsus first are.
Her hands are flat against the wall to where she can't do even half.
Thank you.
Signs. So they're smart enough to know these kinds of things. They're fine. Although you have seen her do shenanigans without even having to do hand signs, so it's not like that's going to necessarily work. But so she sort of looks at her predicament as best she can, and she says, and this is sort of in response to Tsume's, "You're going to be interesting," and stuff, backing up to where I was talking before, and she's, "Well, yeah, I have nothing to lose at this point. Besides, you've already got me. I might as well talk, because talking's fun."
Yeah, and you're probably going to sit there and put us around in, like, a wild goose chase whenever you have to sit there and talk about. And just watch us have fun just chasing our tails.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Can I sense bullshit?
It's like, I'm just sitting there looking at her like, yeah, sure.
Roll sense motive.
In this case, wouldn't it be more investigation?
No.
No, not in this sense. You're trying to see if she's lying. Guess that's
Which is-
detect bullshit. Investigation's not going to help you to talk to a person.
Investigate is like looking for clues and stuff.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's wisdom. Let's see. It's a decent score. I mean, it's not. It ain't bad.
Great.
Well then,
Alright. Yeah. So she's, Ryan, you can sort of pick up on, she's probably going to attempt to just lead you in circles.
but the baby's up there. I can hear them meowing.
I know, I can too.
Now, Mr. Indecisive pipes up at the beginning. Now, would you kindly tell me why, this is Mr. Indecisive, would you kindly tell me why you decided to target me? And then her response is, well, that's easy. One, you're a cop. Not a very good one, but a cop. Two, you might have the chance to have the information that we require. And three, because you're easy. And he's sort of fuming his response.
Ryan's gonna pipe up and said, "What do you mean, like how you are?"
She says nothing, actually.
What kind of look does she give?
Very, like, shut up kind of expression.
I mean, okay, Ryan's gonna kind of continue. I mean, for the fact of, someone who got beat essentially by a group of children against, I would only assume, experienced ninjas. I mean, you couldn't be that experienced. Having essentially your ass handed to you. So, who's easy now? And
You're just basically confirming that he was easy because she was able to let me finish.
Ego.
Let me finish. So, she said that he was easy and that they were able to beat him, and yet you sit there and we come in and we can beat them, and we're kids.
Yeah, but
That says something.
Granted, he was probably blindsided by it. And mind you, Ryan, while sitting in the chair specifically, I kind of want to have him where his leg is kind of hiked up onto his leg, and he has, from his pinky to his middle finger, there's both hands crossed over his pointer fingers touching each other, and he's gently tapping his thumbs against each other.
He's doing the Bond villain.
Ryan?
Hmm?
Give me
Yes.
a will save.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
Have fun.
We're not saving you.
Fuck.
We're not saving
Yeah, but what if I turn villain?
you. I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, we'll have so much fun.
No. Suppose.
Oh, and mind you, for all those who can't see, he rolled a 1.
I believe the fuck kind of gives it away.
You can still say
Yeah.
all fact when you got like a 5 or something.
Fucked up.
So, let's see.
I didn't even have to look. I just knew it.
Okay. So, the chick just sort of turns and looks towards Ryhn. And she, the way she turns and the way she's pushed up against the wall, her longer hair just sort of drapes over the side of her face, and she's, yeah, I suppose. So, you don't really look like a kid. Not as much, not like these other two. You're a lot bigger. A lot stronger. You're smart to be able to see right through me. Not many guys can do that. And, Ryhn, you're now dazzled. For the next...
Okay, translate that one, please.
Dazzle. You're in awe of her. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have a crush on her, almost.
Not quite, but close enough. It's sort of like
it's just that
force
look.
attraction, like Pokemon. It's not quite. She just told you something, and at the moment she's telling you and speaking to you found her to be sort of very trustworthy and cute.
Can I just sit there and, like, I get, like, okay, so what kind of expression does Ryhn have on his face from this?
Bear in mind the fact is you can't see half of his face. Because the way his cloak sits, pretty much from the middle of his nose down is covered.
Okay, and so you sit there and keep saying that you have to flip your, like, ninja thing, like your ninja headband around your neck inward so they don't see. But you're wearing a cloak and it's covering up to your mouth.
It's called precaution.
It's either way. I would say his face is probably just somewhat.
I'm standing up, so I can actually see down. If you're sitting.
Yeah.
It's an anime, so the blush is like, like it's those red lines and they cover like clothes and hair and everything else.
Either way.
Anyway,
like
what I'm saying,
Osh,
what I'm asking is,
see.
okay, what I'm asking is, like, is Tsume able to see what's going on with him?
Yes.
I'm just can I just sit there and, like, look between them and be like, I'm gonna ask her, how can you do that?
Okay.
That's a kind of a neat trick. You do that.
Wait, hold on. At that, can I roll Genjutsu to realize what's going on?
It's not a Genjutsu.
Yeah, because I...
Okay. Wait. Okay, then what is it? Because, I mean, at that would probably trigger something even, in Nabbard. Ryan's personality is still wanting to know everything.
Is this part of, isn't it part of just, like, her charisma class or something? Or is it something else?
Yeah. She's just that pretty.
Yeah.
She's just that pretty. She's bluffing you out like a standard rogue would in D&D.
I see. Then, wait, how's that a will save, then?
Because her ability specifically is one. It's
because game mechanics.
It's a mind affecting effect. However, it is not a traditional ninjutsu or spell. It's like when a character in D&D has a spell-like ability that's like a spell, but technically not a spell. That's what this is.
But can it still be dispelled? Is the question.
No.
It wears off.
No. It also doesn't last very long.
Yeah, if you don't remember in the last session where my big giant summoned kitty was affected by this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good for a hustle or a quick bailout, but other than that, it's in a situation like this, it'll only last so long. You'll realize what's going on, and then you'll be even more pissed off. So
I have an idea.
But at this point, it's probably reflex.
All right, let's hear this idea.
Go for it. You got it.
Ryhn's going to stand up and slowly walk over to her.
Shiori like has the shuriken. So.
I was gonna say, don't say anything. Just let's see where this goes. Continue.
I don't know which way I should take this because I have more than one idea. But Ryhn will stand in front of her and just kind of stare directly, like eye to eye.
But she's sitting on the floor.
I thought she was against the wall.
Is she standing or sitting?
She's standing against the wall.
Okay.
Basically.
Alright. Then, okay. That means you would probably have to lean down to see eye to eye to her with how tall you are.
Well, it depends on how high the thing is and all that. But
either way, you're looking at her eye to eye.
Ryan's
by the way, for specifically you, and only you, eyelash wiggle thing.
Batting the eyelashes?
Batting eyelashes. Yep.
Like,
I'm just happy this wasn't a guy. Because then all I could imagine is just Guy Sensei doing that with those fucking eyebrows.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Anyway.
And now this would be the point of having a gif of just Guy's eyebrows wiggling from
no.
whatever scene.
No.
It should be pointed out that this specific trait does say that it's which I actually thought was kind of cool. This specific trait says that it is not dependent on the person's actual gender. It's whichever they choose, which I thought was cool.
Ah.
But yeah. It's a mind-affecting effect that is essentially a flirt. But anyway.
Echo, what are you doing, baby?
Anyway, what is Ryan doing? Continue.
What is Ryan doing?
All the fact is everybody's interested in this.
No, we want to see what happens. Because I'm sure there's
Yes.
we have
But,
plenty
okay,
of backlashes over here that's going to come your way.
Okay, bear in mind two things. Your character doesn't have an idea what's going on, as far as I can tell, right?
Well, I recognized it because she did the same thing on my fucking kitty cat, for one. And two, I could see
Yeah,
how
for
her
another.
face is towards her. So,
Enough. She can see enough of your face to get the idea. Even if you go out of anime logic, she can see it in your eyes.
because you were sitting down and I was standing. So I could see down.
Either way. So what you got?
Ryan's gonna just kind of, for at least a good few moments, just kind of stare directly at her. Sort of like I don't want to say like judging, more like observing type of thing.
Okay.
What does she exactly do during that? Because I kind of want
She
the
just smiles at
unblinking look.
She just smiles at you. She's not fazed from you being this close, being some big tough guy.
Okay, my question: how enamored are we staying on this? Because I will judge what I do next.
Now what?
Enamored am I with her?
That'd be painful.
You rolled a 1 on.
So very.
Extremely enameled. You have a very shiny coat of enamel on you.
Shiny. Such shine.
I would
Shine.
imagine since Ryan is decently smart, he
God, whoa.
not,
Sorry,
he would
your
not
cat.
be
Shima.
No,
What are you
the
doing,
other
babe?
one, the white one.
Sora. But she wants to say
he
hi.
He would not be like the farthest he would probably go is to actually just like outright kiss her at this point. He probably would not go that far. It's not that far, but close enough.
Y'all ready? I only have one thing to say. Get the fuck out of my head.
Wait, does he do this?
You can if you want to. I was just saying it might not be that far because I wasn't sure which way you wanted to go with it.
Does it happen?
Because
Give me a moment here.
if it does,
Go on.
that's hilarious. Go for it.
I'm, you know what? I'm gonna go with the funny option. He's gonna pull down his mask with 2 fingers, or his cloak, and just outright kiss her.
And at that point, the will effect on you is gone.
I'm just gonna sit there and go like, what the heck, Ryhn? Like, can I grab him and try to pull him out of the room now?
Probably.
So freaking unprofessional. You're supposed to be the fucking intelligent one. How? Get out!
Actually, hold on. Before she does that, what is the exact? What does the other ninja do?
Cowboy.
No, the one that's tied her.
Her? What does she do?
Yeah.
Oh god.
No. What does she do?
Yes. The one he's kissing.
She's tied up and against a wall. There's not a whole lot she can't do.
Her expression. God.
Yes. Expression-wise, she's sort of somewhere between surprised that it worked that well and then
Like,
and then back off.
3rd time this week.
And then I'm gonna continue trying to pull him out of the room. Freaking.
How are you gonna pull? I'm
Ryan's
just like, Ryan's good. Hold on. How are you pulling him from the room?
I got you by the arm and I am tugging.
Did strength check.
Little strength check?
Yeah, my roll so far.
Just a pure strength?
Yeah, just strength.
Okay.
Because you're trying to pull him away, and he's trying to keep himself there.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna make this one.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I'm like dragging you out of that room now. I'm just like, you're
And
trying.
now-
It's like I could tell you're trying to stay and stuff, and it's obvious. Just no, you're coming out of the room.
Wait, how are you grabbing it? Hold on. One question. How are you grabbing his arm?
I got both my hands on your like upper forearm, and I am pulling.
Okay.
I
Your
can
mind-
see it.
Okay.
You're bigger than me. Yeah,
Stop.
I'm using both hands.
Stop. Let me. Mind you, he's right-handed. Were you on his left or his right? From the way you judge, it sounds like you're on his left, correct?
I guess.
So his arm would be down. If you grab it,
That
you're
doesn't
grabbing.
really matter, but
Yes, yes, it does. Hear me out. Because he could sit there and use with his right, reach in and snap on his cloak, and it slide off, and she's grabbing mostly the cloth, so she loses strength on that.
Okay, so if you
But-
want to go that route, roll a reflex save.
Her or me?
You're the one responding.
You wouldn't. You're too
Fuck
wrapped up.
you guys.
You're not.
Why are you fighting this
Hey.
so hard?
It's fine.
Why? It didn't
He
really
He just
matter.
wants to stay and make out with the interrogationist. Or
Yes.
The interrogated captured ninja.
And I have to
Alright.
sit there and think that Mr. Cowboy Hat over there is not very happy that you did that to a prisoner.
He's fuming anyways. It's irrelevant to Ryan. But is Shiori in the interrogation room?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only players that are currently in the interrogation room now is Shiori.
Oh, I was gonna just push him out of the room and stay in there. 'Cause I'm
He's
still
not
interested
gonna stay
about
out
the
of
other guy. He can try to come back in the room if he wants after he gets a clear head, but yeah, that's fine.
as Ryhn was pulled away, you snap out of it and you realize that she was dead, and Tsume is pulling you to get you away from her. And then, at the doorway, and she's should have pulled you away from the heavy part of the interrogation, but you're still in the room. So he looks to her again, the cowboy, and he's sure you can have your fun, mess with a few of our heads. That's fine. Just did you take anything from my bag, or did you just have it to try to lure me away? I couldn't find anything remotely interesting in your bag. Fine. And what village are you from? She can't move, but she sort of looks down towards where her headband would normally be. She's sort of on her, around her neck in a way that Ryhn wears his. And, you guys didn't really see it until she was pushed up against the wall. Because she has a cloak too. And, she says, Nitsuchi. Nitsuchi. There we go. Nitsuchi.
Where's that at?
Not that that matters. I can't get there for this big, stupid wall that the Kage decided to put up.
Wait, what wall?
Can Ryhn do a history check?
History or ninja lore, yep.
Are they still in the room?
Yes, I only was pushing him towards the door and stuff, but he came out of it. So he could stay, but he needs to keep his distance.
Ryhn can roll history or ninja lore.
Oh
you
gosh. You still got a 23, dude.
Yeah, but I'm...
Dude, it does. When it comes to knowledge, you shouldn't care whether or not you get a low roll.
Sam? It is the general of
He-
the actual rolls is what I'm more annoyed at. Not the result, the actual roll. Okay?
Yeah, he can still fuss about having crap levels. That's fine. But with your roll and your total, in history and stuff, you know that the town of, Nitsuchi is located on this continent, on Rufane, and is based on history and knowledge, you know, its location is in the middle of the desert.
Oh, wasn't that the place where I was told to go?
No, it's close. I
Close?
spoke to I spoke to Ghost about this before and realized that these two names are very, very similar.
Oh, okay.
And then realized that
But they're not the same. They're not the same. Nitsuchi is where she's talking about. The town that you were told from the old lady in the first recorded session is Nitusu.
What are they, like
So-
sister towns or something?
They're not exactly sister towns, but they're one of the few towns in my campaign that are actually connected to each other.
Oh. Well, since both of them are in the desert, and I'm good to the
Like
desert.
saying
so-
Nevada and Nebraska are sisters.
Is there anything else that-
No, it was like it just the way it sounded to me sounded more like North and South Dakota.
Yeah. It also might just be the way I'm pronouncing them too, so.
Yeah. It's just me with like foreign names. Just don't worry about it.
So, and as far as what else, is there anything specific you wanted to pull out of what was said?
I was more wanting see if Ryhn knows any more information, like the situation with the wall and stuff like that. Or would I have to do war for that?
No, you're fine. You guys, you didn't really go close to the desert. you were traveling through, but part of the reason why that part of the map is just eliminated from y'all is you go to where you're walking past the desert, and you look, you can't even see the horizon line for the desert at all. There is literally a 50-foot wall of sand that's just blocking that whole line of sight.
Yeah. Trump is the president of this part of the con.
Really? Really, you had to bring something political in this?
Let's not go political here.
I could have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're all White Walkers. Which one do you want?
I would prefer the White Walkers, honestly.
We are the kingdom in the north.
Yes. Anyway.
Otherwise, I would have held off on that trump card.
Anyway. So, with that, does Ryhn say anything specific, or does he still keep his distance?
Well, I mean, do I know? Part of that was I was wondering if the knowledge would have been made public of the reason for it, or do I have to roll?
No.
Do I have to do war for hearsay or so forth? Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. What's that number?
You actually have a knowledge of it.
Yeah, ninja lore. LORE.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Ninja lore, yeah. That might give you something.
I don't think lore was the word he didn't understand. I think he heard ninja as knowledge.
That's the exact same total. I like that.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's at least a slightly better fucking roll, but I still want to hit my head against the wall for this. Go on.
Alright.
What do you
She... With ninja lore, you know that the Kage for Nisuchi is a very, very proficient user of sand-type jutsu. Yes, it's obvious, as all of my Kage are...
Hey, can I make a guess?
Huh?
Can I make a guess? He's a sand raccoon.
Yes, he is.
Yay!
No, it's female, so it's a sandwich.
Now...
I...
Bad with the fun. No. Anyway.
Spray bottle. Bad.
Does not affect. Is not effective.
Anyway. Yes. Nisuchi is the town for, what is it? Shikaku? Something? Basically.
Two-tailed, sand raccoon? Oh, one tail.
One tail.
Sand
One-tailed
raccoon
tanuki.
is basically a one-tailed tanuki, and then the next one is like the two-tailed electrical cat.
Spectral.
It's a tanuki?
It's supposedly.
Oh.
Yep. It's a tanuki, raccoon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I know that a tanuki is called a raccoon dog, but I don't know why I never put that together just now.
I just love... I know it's a small little tangent, but I still love the death battle between Gara and Toph when Boomstick says, "Oh, I love Tanuki. They're so soft and cuddly, and oh my god, what is that?"
Yeah,
when he sees
I saw that.
Gara and yeah. Anyway, so yes, with your ninja lore, you know that the Kage for Nisuchi is a proficient sand ninja, and that he's supposedly the one that crafted the wall. The knowledge that you know is it is in part because he does not trust the other ninja villages on the upper part of the wall, and it could be just that he is extremely paranoid.
It's okay, we don't trust the Fire Nation either.
Okay, at this point,
it's also common knowledge that with him specifically, that a lot of his ninjas sort of defected and just left because they thought he was an idiot.
Echo. Shh. What are you doing?
Okay, then Ryhn is going to kind of give a kind of rough preview for everybody there, because I'm assuming not everybody knew that.
No.
And then, essentially, in kind of a snide comment, with his eyes specifically closed as he's leaning against the wall now, saying the fact is, it probably would have helped if, ninjas like you didn't just outright bail on him. Where's that loyalty?
How do you know she bailed on him?
She's here.
So she could
It's
be doing
also-
something.
You're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're from a different continent, and we're here. They could be like.
I'm trying to antagonize her. God.
No, you
It's
just don't.
fine. It's fine. And yes, it would be obvious to. I should have made this detail more apparent. It would be obvious to all of you at this point that she has left that village. She is effectively a missing nin. She's got that symbol for her village with a slash through it.
Thank you.
Okay.
We didn't see
So,
the
yeah.
symbol since her thing was turned around, like you said.
It is there. So either way, so she's. Oh, if you think me leaving or any one of us leaving could have helped his sanity any, you're way wrong. He was crazy to begin with. Dumb kid. Anyway,
Kid?
that's
Wait.
kid.
Why
What's it to
kid?
you?
Wait, is he really a kid?
He's 18,
Yep.
actually.
Oh, are you talking about Ryhn? Or are you talking
No,
about Kage?
I'm talking about their Kage. Yep, he's a kid.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, not you.
Okay. Well, the way she sounded, she was saying it. It sounded like she was saying it to Ryhn.
Oh, the way she sounded to me sounded like she was still talking about her Kage.
It's Kage. Yeah, sorry.
Well, see, that's the thing. If he's a kid, then he doesn't know better. Kids
I'm
are
sorry,
paranoid.
have you
Yeah.
seen Naruto? Gaara's a kid and he is a Kage, and he's a badass one.
Anyway, so as it stands, I'm stuck here. I don't want to go back to the village anyway. Don't want to throw me into some prison cell. Go right ahead. It's not like I haven't seen enough of them around anyway. And
Who are you working for?
turns her head. She turns her head as she says prison cells, and she looks towards the curse seal guy or the arm guy, who has remained quiet this whole time. And he's still tied up, but he's not like flattened against the wall like she was. And you see that he actually sort of he curls his own body tighter when she says prison cells. It's almost like he's cold.
I'm just gonna sit there and ask, who does she work for? Who do you work? Do you work for anyone now?
Oh yeah.
Who?
She sort of just like clicks her tongue and looks to the arm guy again, and
Ryan's going to put his cloak back on and stand to the point where his cloak is blocking view from her to him.
oh, okay, fine. You want to be all? It's not like my look is going to do anything to him anyway. Besides, not my type. It's the Azagiru.
What do you know about him?
I work for him. What's it to you, kid?
Where are they?
What now?
Yes.
Probably at home.
And where
And
would
they're-
that be?
What, you want to go fighting them? Yeah, that's not going to happen. You don't stand a chance.
That's
Wait
my
a
own
minute.
business. Now, please. Where are they?
Wait a minute. Hold up. The tigers are yours, aren't they?
Yes.
I didn't even see that before. That makes total sense. Alright.
What are you laughing at?
Don't worry. You'll find out.
What? Like, she's getting all serious and, like...
Ryan's just gonna kind of smirk too. Is like, it doesn't really matter. She has nowhere to return to. She's probably more of a target than anything else. And Brian's not looking at her.
If she...
Ryan's referring to the one that's against the wall.
Yes.
Not looking at her to prevent, Charm version 2.
Yeah. Yes, but can I just... I'm going to sit there and say, if that's the case, then they don't really need to come for her, so what's the point of actually going after her? It's not like she probably has any specific important information on them of, like, how we can take them down.
Well, that's
She's just a low level. What do you expect?
Even low-level people have information. Think of it this way. I
was waiting to see if she was going to respond to Mike on it.
Oh,
saying that she's a low level in the group.
Where's Shiori's thoughts on all this? What's she doing?
Shiori's sitting there watching and just kind of like trying to figure this woman out a little bit. Like,
it's just like
watching how she interacts with the other two. Yeah, like you see her like when she says certain things, Shiori just kind of like tilts her head slightly.
They're just like,
but otherwise she's just sitting there, like eyes locked to her, not blinking, not flinching, like nothing, just very slight movements. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But
so
what is it? Hold on. Actually, I am curious. What'd she make the comment about the low level?
About me calling her low level in their group. That she's not important. That they don't really care if she's
not important and she's low level in the group.
Yeah. It's like they don't really care that she's in prison, so.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not that great of low level, and Mitsu had to sort of
get all
make
advanced.
Things work for my team to go out on a mission. That's fine.
Hmm. How so?
As if you couldn't tell that already.
Oh,
Again,
with him.
Arm guys.
With the arm pointing at the arm guy, like him. What exactly can he do, by the way? What is that?
She looks to Ryhn again and goes, "You seem smart. Can't you figure it out?"
Well, besides, it's a tainted version of the Shining Gun. Sorry, I had a moment to think for a moment. The fact is, it probably is tainted. The fact is, it changes part of the body into some beast. Do I remember what kind of claw it was?
It wasn't a specific animal claw. It was just like a human hand that was turned to a claw.
Well, I'm more talking in the sense of, was it more of a hairy kind of thing? Was it more like a bird talon type of thing? That's what I was more inquiring.
Or is it like what I do when I go into quadruped mode? Like rar.
No.
No? More beastie?
It's more like mangled, like it doesn't belong. I mean, your quadruped thing turns your hands and nails into claws, but your body shifts with it to sort of match it, so that it's part of your body that belongs. His claw just didn't belong.
Oh, okay, now I get it. Alright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I still find it pretty interesting, the fact is, that even for low level, you're probably just as much of a target than anyone else. Probably even more so if you think about it.
Why would she be a target? She's a low level. They don't care.
But even a grunt would have information.
Supposedly. If their leader is smart enough, he would make sure that only a selected few get to certain informations.
But that's the thing.
The
it's called the daisy chain effect. Essentially, she knows someone above her. That's information that he doesn't want out.
In the middle of all of this, as you two are going back and forth, the arm guy pipes up and he says, "It's not just a Sharingan, it's a curse." And specifically for Tsume, you had spoken to him during the fight.
And he said that someone wasn't going to be too happy about it, and then he changed into that thing.
I
was like,
but you notice something.
Hmm?
His tone and how he's speaking is completely different. When he was fighting you and he was charging, he was all growly and aggressive. Now he's almost scared.
You don't like it, do you?
He's silent.
Shiori's gonna get up and walk over to him.
And I'm gonna, it's like, see her do that, I'm gonna turn my attention back to the lady.
Okay.
Like,
But
so
back
your
to-
higher ups did that to him.
Oh yeah.
Where are
Mitsu
they?
thought he could enjoy a little bit of a power up, and his body seemed to take it pretty well. So yeah.
Power up. Okay. Where are they?
Now
Yes, you said they were
Oh, I'm not
home. Where is their home?
their lair.
Yes,
Their
I
lair.
figured their lair, but where is that at?
She blinks for a second and sort of tilts her head as best she can and looks at me again and just, hey. Oh, of course.
And then
That
she
makes
starts.
sense. That explains.
The tigers.
That explains why you're so powerful. You're those kids. Why do we have to get them? Damn.
What kids?
Apparently, we're a little infamous.
No,
Shiori's-
stop that. You don't.
Shiori's like,
that.
Shiori's ignoring them. She's gonna, she's like looking. It's Mitsu, right?
No, Mitsu is the guy
Mitsu.
that put it.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Mitsu is the higher up.
That put the
Oh,
curse on him.
who's the other guy then? I thought
We don't know. We don't have his name.
He doesn't have a name.
He doesn't
Oh.
talk.
I thought I misunderstood what you were saying. That's right. Okay. So she's like, she like kind of like gets closer to him. She goes, "You said a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show me? Is there a seal?"
He shakes his head.
Ryan's
Can I
gonna go.
Wait,
Go
is
on.
this the curse mark that?
It's probably something different. There's more than just one kind.
Okay.
No, in the Naruto book, there's actually a thing called the curse mark.
Yeah.
Is it that,
There is.
or is it something else?
He has something that's like the curse seal, but it's not exactly the curse seal.
Okay,
Can
so
I-
there is no mark.
Can I roll Fujitsu to kind of try and like get a read for what it is exactly?
Okay.
Roll.
I mean, I have Fujitsu, so
Right, I know. Yeah, go ahead and roll. You too.
Okay. While Ghost is doing that, Ryan is going to mention what he knows about the eyes. The fact is that the eyes were transplanted in, already pre-cursed.
Are you sure about that? We
Okay.
could just ask them if they were transported.
I'm action pointing that for an 18.
Well, the fact is Ryan specifically looked at his eyes, and that's what Dalred told us, remember?
Yes, but it said it. No, you sat there and asked if it was like that, and he didn't give a confirmed answer because you were taking a guess at it.
It's basically Ryan and Kelson are in fact on the right track. And this saying that there is no secret him saying that there is no seal would essentially confirm it. It's not a... Essentially what it is it's... and I'll give you the details of it, just so that there's no, like, direct confusion. Knives. Do you remember when we had... When the curse seal is activated in the show, and you have that evil purple chakra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically what it is it's as if someone has essentially created a sort of like, essentially it's a mock-up. It's like a scientist experiment gone wrong of what the Sharingan is and what the Sharingan is capable of.
Okay.
But it's made from cursed chakra.
So the reason that he has the hand and not like his entire body is because it's a piece. It's like a fragment of it instead of being the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, now
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because I thought his whole body was changing.
No, it was just his arm. But
Would an 18 tell me what would an 18 tell me in regard to that? Okay. Come here, Shima.
Alright, babies can go in cage. They
Babies
can
Yes.
can absolutely go to bed.
they're getting too rambunctious. But can
Alright,
technically
Can he actually explain what Shiori got? She's
well, I was going to say something before that, kind of with Ryhn saying that. Does she get a bonus because she has an idea, kind of like
Yes,
a framework
yes.
to work with? That's what I was trying to say.
So with your Fuyin Jutsu, you're able to tell that, and since you're looking at chakras, and things of that nature as well, you're able to sort of figure out that same purple chakra that was in his eyes before, it's there, but it's dormant. It's just sort of laying back. And he doesn't have a definitive seal that's causing it. However, there is a seal that is on his body. It's just not a curse seal. And with your 18, you're able to find it.
Okay.
And it's actually up on his shoulder, like to the top of the right arm where the claw had appeared before. And it is a seal that basically is a, like, I forget the exact terminology for it, but it's basically like a chakra storing seal of sorts.
Okay.
He's basically got his own, not that he wanted it, but he's got his own sort of reservoir of chakra that should sort of sitting in his shoulder.
Either to trigger it or regeneration if that arm gets too mangled to use, is my assumption. Because I'm assuming it's close to not Tsume, but what was the fourth Hokage's? The fifth Hokage actually, I think it was.
Tsunade.
The fifth Hokage was technically Danzo.
Oh wait, no,
but
yeah, that's right.
The fourth Hokage was
All right, Echo.
Tsunade,
Come on.
and then after her, when she like
Tsunade.
Tsunade.
Tsunade
like-
She has a gem.
Let me finish before we go off on tangents. But I can imagine it's sort of like that little diamond is how it kind of works. That's what I was trying to get the name.
How it works, yes.
That's what I
How
was
it works, yes.
That's exactly what I was
It is-
trying to say.
It is like the gem that Tsunade has. It's a reservoir of chakra that he can that could be into, but you don't necessarily know specifically if it's for regeneration purposes. Though that's incredibly likely, considering
That's
what
exactly
happened to
what
his
he did.
arm. And
Well, can Ryhn just pretty much take an estimated guess of that's at least a ballpark of what he assumes it is?
Question.
And so can Shiori, actually.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If, what would we know about Jinkurichi, or what, fuck, I can never, my dyslexia. I learned that word the wrong way, and now every time I try and say it the right way, I think it's wrong. Jinchuriki, sorry, yes. Every time I say it that way, my brain goes, no, that's wrong. And then I go, no, that's right. Then I go, wait, what is it? Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
so would we know enough of them to know that they have, like, an abnormal healing ability because of their, because they're, the chakra, super high concentration of chakra?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if...
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I'm just saying, it's like, they do have that ability.
Well, if there's
they-
a point on his body that's being used basically as a chakra gem or as chakra storage, would Shiori understand that that's why he can regenerate the way he can, with his arm?
Yes.
Okay.
So she, the chick just is as Shiori's looking over him, and just back off from him. He's not going to help you any. She's not right now.
Shiori just dead looks at her, and then goes back to what she's doing.
It's like, I'm going to look at them, whether or not you like it or not.
Okay, my question is, what was her reaction when Ryhn essentially just said that she just became a target of the people she was working for?
That was
What did he say now?
he basically earlier saying that she was a target because
She's now a target.
That maybe she is. Not assuming, maybe.
Okay. Bear in mind, the way Ryan's saying things is to intimidate. Okay? Please understand.
If you're doing intimidate, you need to be rolling intimidation checks then.
But he's not actually... It's the way it's being said.
I get what you're saying. I get it.
He's saying it as a fact of information. It is more of a sense of not actually doing an intimidation, because an intimidation would be directly at her. He is just stating information based off of what he's read and all that. Because regardless if one person of an organization gets Stafford, that is information of who they've interacted with in said organization. If it is just by letter or so forth, that is still information. That means they could sit there and try to figure out where that letter came from to get there. It's the same thing as for cops trying to get to mobs and stuff like that. They'll get soldiers. Soldiers will know lieutenants. They'll try to get the lieutenants and so forth. It is a daisy chain of information. And that's what he's trying to imply. The fact is that now she is technically a target, and so is Mr. Eyeballs over here. Because the fact is they have some information in an organization that is trying to relatively keep secret. And that is what he's trying to stress.
It doesn't. If they're trying to keep secrets, then how come their name is known?
Because it's a reverse intimidation. Essentially, enough that they're known about, but nothing known about them specifically. Not any details. Enough to be a present fear.
They could have that and still have workers, and it doesn't matter if their workers get caught because they won't know much about it. So what if they know the person? That means they would have to go and find this other person in order to get more information.
Which is true. However, here's to sort of break the going back and forth there. You're both right. The organization is a criminal organization, so enough about them is known to be a present fear. And yes, they have workers that are known and don't know a whole lot of information. However, the specific one that you're talking to, she clearly does have information. And at Ryan's response of saying that she's a target, she just sort of smiles and goes, "No, I'm not a target. If I had started saying anything they didn't want me to say, I'd be stopped right there." So clearly, Mitsu at least. Mitsu. Hey, that's fun. I was kind of worried to be able to say her name. Anyway, Mitsu, at the very least, is okay with me saying.
Yes, she already made it clear that it was a she. Are you just catching on?
No, it was not said that it was a she. Just only we got a name. We didn't get a gender with it until now. So
I'm sorry. Usually names can slightly portray gender.
not always. But there's also gender neutral ones. Mitsu could be a guy's name
Either
as
way.
well.
Regardless, yes, female.
So that's at least some information. That means.
Okay, can he continue?
Yes, he can.
So she's at least Mitsu is okay with you knowing who she is. Granted, there was a few times there that I started to say something and was stopped from saying her name, and now that's not happening. So she's very tricky with her sealing techniques. Stupid book. And then she just sort of convulses and shuts up.
Would this
Stop
be...
your chuckling over there.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No.
Why? Why do you always have to be the evil one? Why do you have to
I'm
sound
not
like you're
evil.
a fucking
You're
villain?
giving it
That
off
is
an
like
evil laugh.
evil villain laugh. That's not like the good guys are laughing like this. Like,
It's a dark chuckle at most.
Anyway.
It's not a villain laugh. Okay.
Anyway,
Either way,
I would still like my
Mike, what's
answer
your other
answered.
thing?
I like my question answered, which we've been going around in circles and avoiding. Which is, where is their lair?
what was your question?
Where is their
She
lair?
never said where it was.
Yes, I know.
that's why she's asking.
Yes, I'm asking.
Well, one, I as a DM have to keep my secrets. Two, I don't want Tsume to go running off to go there.
Be by yourself.
Okay. Can I just make it easier for you? Just have her begin to say it, and just suddenly the seals cut her off. There you go. She can't physically say it. That explains it for you, keeps your secret, and it makes it a whole lot easier for you.
I'm just afraid that Knives doesn't like that because she wants to know where it is.
No,
Because
and
I am a
also
tendency-
early. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I get it. I understand. That's fine. If that's the case, and she can't say it, no, just gonna be like, fine, do it the old school way, and then I'm just gonna sit there and be like, earlier you said that I was the one with all the tigers. What did you mean by that? Like, she gets it now. Like, I was the one with all the tigers.
So yeah, she sort of convulsed a little bit and it broke her train of thought when she was speaking about where the layer was and what kind of person Mitsu was.
And
But
it's also we got the kids, and we were the kids. You said, why did you get stuck with us? What was that about?
right.
As well.
She says, she didn't like that. Okay, duly noted. So,
Do you need a glass of water?
Oh yes, please. That'd be great. Considering you'd have to feed
Ryan?
the baby. No. Either way, I don't know why, nor do I really care why. But the Azagiru have a definitive interest in you three. Specifically. Why, I don't know. But at least what's concerning you and your tigers. And then she screams. And passes out entirely.
Shiori! Defibrillator!
Yeah, Shiori's gonna Shiori's gonna move over to her and check her pulse.
She's alive, just unconscious.
Unconscious.
Ryan's about you're going to say apparently she went into something she wasn't supposed to.
She wouldn't have gotten that far if it was that much. She's gonna look back over at the other one.
Do you have anything to say?
No, just to see if he's awake.
He's awake, and he, actually, since Shiori was more focused on him than her at that particular point in time, when she just sort of convulsed and screamed and then passed out, he, visibly looked away. He was just, disgusted. Not disgust, but more sort of...
Scared.
Disturbed by it.
Yeah, disturbed. That's the word I was looking for.
So he understands what's going on. I'm just gonna sit there and ask, do you have anything to say?
Shakes it. He's silent for a second, and then he shakes his head.
No?
Shiori's gonna walk up to him and she's gonna go, will the same thing happen to you if you tell me about the ambush you were planning?
They were planning.
You were there. You're in with this group.
I was there. Wasn't my ambush. I don't even
Still,
want to be.
if you tell me, will that happen to you as well?
He looks towards Cowboy Hat.
We look at him. It's like,
Cowboy, he sighs and fine. And he turns to Tsume specifically, and he goes, before you try going off on me, yes, I know some things about the Azagiru, but no, I have not found anything concerning their lair, who's a part of them other than names, specifically the one that we've been hearing passed around, Mitsu. I know nothing else. I have been looking into it, though.
can I get a
Perhaps
copy
that's
of...
why I was-
Can I get... It's like, I'm gonna sit there and be like, can I get your information on all you know about this group, please?
He's silent for a second, almost as if he's sort of thinking and contemplating, and he's just... Sure.
Thank you.
There's no reason I should keep it from you. Just don't go off and get yourself killed.
Not that stupid.
And he sort of reaches into his bag and he just hands out some paperwork to you. And I'll give you the list of stuff that he has in his repertoire later.
Okay.
Yay! Secret messages that I sent his knives instead of Kelson. Hooray!
Yay!
For now, though, I think it's best that we leave the two of these be. They're not going anywhere. She's clearly knocked out, entirely. And I don't even think he wants to go anywhere. So.
I was like, looking at Shiori, and I was like, and someone needs medical attention.
Do what now?
Shiori, she's been hurt. She needs healed up. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
We all need healed up anyways, so.
Yeah. Everyone's been beat up at least halfway decently, except for Ryhn. So, I take it then you're just going to leave from
Well, I am.
that room, that area.
I'm gonna try to, shoot Shiori, try to get Shiori out, come on, let's go. What, are you coming or what?
She's gonna like stay there for a second. And she's gonna look at him and go, "Do you have a name?"
He's silent for a long time. And then he's... I haven't heard my name in a very long time. Then he will say... That. Kara.
Makata? Okay. She's gonna like nod and what about her?
I don't know her name,
It's okay.
really. Just that she called herself, and when he was when the other guy was speaking to her, I remember him calling her Captain Akoto. Other than that, I don't know.
Alright. She's gonna
You help people, right?
she kind of
Try to.
like looks down and sighs and goes, "Yeah, I try."
He's just seems sad for a second, and then he sort of looks up as if he's looking not to anyone in particular, and he's just, please, you say at least this, show it. And he sort of raises the the sleeve of his shirt to where you're going from the gym things where his on the tops of his shoulder to what is essentially a brand that is in it's just below his collarbone on the right side, which being that bone, that brand when he got it would have hurt like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it is the kanji that I showed you before. Kanji prison.
Would I know anything significant about that?
That particular brand like that, not really. Though it is, you don't even have to really roll. There is sort of common knowledge that sometimes, especially in earlier times of war, that it's sort of like a at least in this world, I don't think it was in Naruto, but it is in mine. Basically think something like a concentration camp kind of thing. A prison that holds people, and then those people are branded to be from that prison, so that even if they escape, even if the prison is disbanded, they'll always remember that they were from there.
I see.
Or that they had been there.
Alright. And I wouldn't know which one it is.
You wouldn't know which one.
Okay.
But you know that that's a
Can
sort of common thing.
Right. Can I can I copy it down? Okay, yeah, Shiori's gonna, copy it, and then, kind of look at him, and if there was more I could do, I would.
There is something that you can do.
What?
I don't want you to go there now. You're not strong enough. But if you ever do get a chance and you come across this place, you find it, let everyone out, save everyone you can, and blow that place sky high.
She kind of she kind of smiles, and he kind of catches a little bit of electricity dancing across her hand where she's holding the pencil, holding the marking down the kanji, and she goes, "That won't be a problem."
Mm-hmm. And then Shiori follows Tsume.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's the kind of scene I wanted. I like that.
Alright.
So Ryhn is left in the room with
wait.
What?
Wait, we're leaving Ryhn in there?
Well, he never said he left.
No.
Don't do that.
No. See, this is why this isn't fun.
Don't do that, Kelson.
Now I have to worry about mops now. Where am I even gonna find a mop?
So, Nakata is quiet, and he sort of seems to have retreated into his own head, kinda, and he's just sort of silent. And then
Doesn't Ryhn need to talk to Cowboy Hat in private anyways? So they
exactly
go talk and leave out in front of them.
exactly. So, Ryhn or Cowboy Hat looks over to Ryhn and he says, "Well, you wanted to talk in private. I think you have that. She's out cold, and I don't even think he's listening. So,
I saw the photo album.
okay."
I saw a few interesting photos.
If you're talking about me and Satomi, there's nothing there. She's just a close friend of mine.
Including the one with both Kages?
What's that? Say it again.
The one with both Kages.
Oh, that. Well, that's because I work as a police force for both of them. So I'm constantly going back and forth, making sure that they are safe as best I can. If you couldn't tell, we have a few guards in this town, especially this town, that aren't so great at their job.
Yeah, I've noticed that. But,
Is that
something...
all?
No, something kinda piqued my interest. Who's Yoshi?
He sighs heavily, and then he takes off his cowboy hat, sort of sets it on the table. Yoshi is why I'm hunting and trying to find as much information as I can about the Azagiru. Yoshi's entire village, small and as insignificant as it was completely destroyed by them, including him. And then he grabs his hat again. And this is all I have left. He puts it back on his head.
So far by the chain of fence, your best bet for information is probably to accompany us. Because we seem to keep having run-ins.
That's very true. And I don't know how much your sensei would enjoy that, but that's very true. And for his part, Komogu was not with you during this whole thing, specifically because he, much early on, you guys were sort of walking in, and the cameras, it does like that little mini flashback, and it flashes back to just as you guys were heading in to talk, and Shiori's already focused on trying to figure out what's going on here, so she doesn't notice Tsume trying to call for help, and Komogu went that way. So, that's why he's not here for this whole thing.
Like panic helped, or just a general, hey, do you mind giving me a hand over here? Kind of help.
The former, little bit, but not nearly as. It was as if it was a panic that she specifically wanted him for, not something that the rest of y'all could help.
Something wicked this way comes.
Yeah. So she, or rather, he says, well, if I'm going to be following you around, you should probably tell your friends my name. Especially considering you probably figured it out. And try to keep that under wraps. Being a somewhat covert cop as best I can.
And Ryhn just gonna give them the look, it's like, covert. Right. Mr. Cowboy wearing, eye patch wearing, can't decide if he's a ninja pirate or a cowboy. The only thing missing is a sailboat and a lasso.
Lasso.
He doesn't say that. He just gives the look that kind of...
I know, but it's pronounced lasso.
Yes.
I was saying that to Delred. Go on.
It doesn't matter. As you know, you already know the story, or at least as much of it as I'm willing to give you at this moment in time. The hat's not mine. I wear it to remember Yoshi. I'm definitely not any kind of cowboy. That was all him. Though, and he sort of smiles to himself. Though I do actually sort of, I do ride when I need to get the chance. Other than that, though, I'm no cowboy. Not like Yoshi was. He was not even 9 years old, and he still rode a horse better than I ever could. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go meet up with your friends and say I'm following along with you, shall we?
One last thing. A question, if I may. What is your viewpoint of combat?
He stops and sort of blinks for a second. In what way?
In a general sense. Are you a general protective kind of person? Do you just want to end it as fast as possible to avoid as much conflict? Or you want to go obsessive? Do you want to make sure they are dead? Or just enough to stop them?
Well,
that is my question. What is your viewpoint of combat? In a general sense, not a specific situational sense.
In a general sense, I'd want the combat to go as best it could for my allies and for myself. Now, if my allies know who I am, which, for the most part, until I really started doing all this cop stuff more aggressively, I like to sort of be a bit flashy in how I actually fight. Though I do still try to make sure that only those that need to be killed are killed. I'm not going to go killing someone for no real reason.
Brian kind of looks at him. You know what? I'm going to do a whole sense bullshit just for the sake of precaution, like he's eyeing him. You know, judge a character. Does he like the cut of his jib?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fuck you, dice. When I'm doing something not important, that's when you give me the good numbers. Fuck you!
You're just gonna have to get mad at the dice regardless of what happens. Your 21 sense motive, you're able to tell that as much as he wants to try to be covert about it, now he still likes to sort of go out with a bang.
Well, at least he's a guy after my own heart, for the most part. As a player,
Yeah.
not as a character. Ryhn kind of looks at him and is like, understandable. I warn you. I'm usually one of those, I try to get the battle over as fast. If I kill him, it happens. Otherwise, I end it.
I could tell. You're
They
smart.
may not like
You're
how
a
I
bit
do it. Go on.
You're smart. I can get that. I can get behind that. I might want to reel in that tendency to be impulsive, though.
Well, in combat, it's a different side of me, you could say.
Mm-hmm. Either way, let's go and meet up with your friends.
So you can introduce yourself properly.
Sure.
And
And he heads out.
leaving Ryhn alone with the two of them. He's just going to kind of look back to him quietly. And you know, just for the sake of scene here, can we just have it where it's like his face is silhouetted except for his glasses, and since his cloak is not fully thing, just like that creepy smile. And then cuts away.
Yeah. And you don't do anything, you leave, and you're fine.
But you don't see what exactly happens scene-wise.
It's just for dramatics.
Yep.
Alright.
You
So,
two planned
where
for
do you
Kelson to be the villain of the game, didn't you?
No.
Sure. Can't reveal all your secrets.
No.
Oh no,
And you know,
of course not. Can't reveal.
You know, I'm actually glad that you are bringing him along as a companion now, because I actually statted him up just in case the interrogation with him and Ryhn went south. And I'm actually really happy with how he came out, so now he can be in combat on your side and do cool stuff. So,
if you can roll well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't get one of those shut up moments.
No. I'm actually going to roll to see if he can perform it, even though he has absolutely no reason to do it at this particular point in time, just because I really enjoy the fact that he has this move.
While you're doing that, where are me and Shiori going?
Probably to go get somebody healed.
Well, yeah.
Shiori would have gone back to the medical.
I would have followed her.
Let's see here. What is this?
Then pushed her down onto the bed, saying, "Hey, you get healed."
Holy crap! What's the freaking roll that you have to make for this stupid thing? 28.
Welcome to my world.
I know, right? Let's just see if he makes this. He gets a +12 and he has to make a 28. at least like what, a 6? Or no? Anyway.
Okay. What is it?
Yay! Yes. I'm not going to say. I'm going to let y'all look. He is going to do, and whoever finds it first gets to have fun. He has the capacity to do what is located on the bottom, the very bottom.
I don't even have it up.
Of 429.
I see. I was actually looking at that earlier.
You see it's nice.
Oh, I exactly know what it is.
Oh, God. Why is this in here?
I know, right?
Oh, I see.
You got it, Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love it.
Oh, you're all gonna hate me.
Great.
So, you figure
I just
want to
see if one other thing is in here.
You want to look at the
you're going
grand
to
list
go
if you want to
into-
find it.
You're going to go look into the medical tents, yes?
Yes.
And, yeah. So, you see that, Satomi herself has been sort of trying to help and has been learning as best she can. And a lot of the people that are in here are now, awake. Their eyes are still bandaged for the most part. And now all that is essentially needed is someone to help basically do grunt legwork back and forth. And somebody relatively strong and relatively fast, like a heavy-end taijutsu user. And so tell me
It's
what her...
hint, nudge, wink, wink.
What?
What?
Explain it as a
Your mic.
I just put my laptop down. Better?
Wrong thing.
Yeah, now.
Hold still.
For now. What were you saying?
No, I just put my laptop down. Get it off my leg. I said hint,
What were you
nudge,
saying?
nudge, wink, wink.
No,
In
we
what
heard
way?
what you
Why?
said, but why?
What do you mean? Like, why?
The way he's heavily implying that. God. Who's the one here that does Daijutsu the best? Gee, I wonder.
What?
Your character, Sammy?
No, she has Komogu doing it. That's the thing.
Komogu's a heavy taijutsu user, and he's the one running back and forth doing her legwork. And basically the whole reason, and even coming into this, you guys know a little bit about Komogu's character. Just like sort of stuff that's happened off camera and while you guys have been interacting with him. He's a lot like me. He is me in character form. Knows crap about relationships. Is easily persuaded to do something to help someone else. Essentially, Satomi looked outside to see if she could find anybody that looked strong enough and looked like somebody that she could get to help her. And the first one she saw was Komogu, and she knew she could get him to help, so she brought him in. It is panicky for her part because all these patients are needing help, but it's not panicky in the sense of she needed to call anyone else. And plus, she figured that if nothing else, Komogu would protect her if something went really crazy because he is a bodyguard. So,
And it's part of his mission.
that too. So yeah, you, Shiori specifically, since you know how medical tents are supposed to work, you, or at least to some degree, you come into this medical tent and it is in like utter chaos.
Oh God.
As all these patients are calling for different things that they're wanting, and it's equal parts trivial and needed. Some are calling for like food and water, and some are calling for
Magazines!
Like some sort of pharmaceutical thing, because pharmaceuticals exist in this universe.
Yeah. I kinda
Pills!
and they're just calling for random things, and unfortunately best person to do all the legwork is Kimogu, and he's the one running back and forth.
Weren't there other medical ninjas here?
Apparently they're inept.
They are. No. They are. But they can't go and get resources. They can administer them, like to give medicine and make sure people are okay, but they can't be the gopher to run off and go and grab it and come back. Run off and go and grab it and come back. Quickly, like he can.
Oh, like he can. Okay, I see. Shiori's gonna look at Tsume and say, "Can you help Kimogu bring over supplies, especially food and water, please?
All right.
You're faster than me,
And
this
like-
place is a mess."
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, stop for a minute, says this, and I said, I already said yes. Go.
Okay. And Shiori is gonna go to work getting everything in order, and just get Satomi and like all the other medical ninjas and kind of like herd them into a group and like give out directions, like just pick one end and work your way down the line. Don't try and be everywhere at once.
And with that, I'm gonna go find Kimogu and I'm gonna kick my speed. See
Right.
if I can go faster than him.
Oh, now she's made it a race.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say something first?
And since I can teleport, I would be helping, but I'm gonna blow a wall out if I do.
Yeah,
so.
you would. You would shock a lot of people. Oh, let us safe people do it.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Brace yourself. Soon the air of pumpkin will fall, and the northern winds will whisper, "Peppermint everything. Winter is coming."
No.
Okay, how long have you been sitting there writing that or looking
No, I'm
it up?
looking at it. I'm actually I'm glancing at Facebook because I figured we were almost done, but I guess not. But which is fine. I'm awesome. This is cool. And I just
Well, we're pretty close to what I have for the ending, so.
yeah, I was just on Facebook and I saw this picture.
So you pop your speed ranks, and you are faster than him. He's quick, but he doesn't actually have training in speed ranks. He's just got the strength and capacity to run back and forth like a taijutsu person is. Because unfortunately, Tsume is not trained in such a thing. And she is definitely not going to ask Sora.
Aw.
So, yeah. She is, you're running back and forth and you're helping with the different, medical supplies and things like that. Shiori, what are you doing specifically?
Let's see.
Are you helping to administer, or are you helping to make sure that people are okay?
She's doing a little bit of both. Like if they need something, she basically gathers up a bunch of stuff, and if somebody needs something, she's taking it out and giving it to them and stuff like that.
Okay. Roll treat injury then.
Sure. And just to double check, my treat injury is 13. No, wait. My treat injury is 10. Sorry. And roll. E.
Okay. So yeah, you're pretty much able to help them as best you can. And then since you're running around to help them, give me a spot check.
Sure. Don't even know what my spot is. Who is fapping?
Oh, sorry.
Oh. I just hear very distant, slow slapping. Don't know why.
It wasn't a clap. It was like a.
Oh, God damn it.
I was messing with my messing with something on my desk and it was just sort of clicking. Anyway, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, you're looking through, and you're sort of helping to recover some of the to administer and make sure that some of the patients are doing better. And you spot something. I'm
Okay.
going to whisper it to you, and you could have your. I'm going to whisper it to you. You could have your response in the session.
What? I'm sorry. What did you? You can have what?
I'm going to give you what this is, and you can have Shiori respond to it in some way. But this is the tail end of the session.
Yay!
Okay.
Secret messages from the DM. Woo!
Yep.
Are you whispering it to me in chat or in Skype?
In Roll20.
Okay.
There you go. Got it.
So can we do that right now, or should we wait?
What do you want to do with it?
Huh?
What do you want to do with it?
Is it? Hold on. Damn it.
And this is probably just as Ryan's coming into the medical tent, I would assume.
What's he doing
Because
here?
for a little bit there he was with,
That is if he comes here.
It's a pertinent question.
right, yeah.
He'd probably would
Considering-
technically have to how we ended that tail end of the previous conversation.
True. So, the answer to that question is, it does actually have a slash through it, the way that, defacted ninjas usually does, which, for that specifically, yeah, it looks like the mark was made recent, and it's not healing very well.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Mhm.
I thought I'm honestly I meant the name band, not the. Okay.
Well, I
So-
did say not. I said not. That word there is not banned.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. I read that completely wrong. Oh, okay, yeah. So she's gonna kind of freeze for a second. And then she's gonna glance up. Is Satomi busy?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. Okay, she's gonna like kind of sigh and go like walk over to him. Is he awake?
Yeah. He was actually one of the ones that was wanting, he was particularly hungry at this point in time.
Alright, so she's gonna, I guess, like, make sure she has some food and, like, kind of look at him and go, or, like, she's gonna try and see where, like, if he has, like, a headband.
Yeah, he does.
Is it the same?
No.
No, okay, where
His
is
headband, he is actually has a headband from, not Nisuchi, but Nitsu.
So the other one.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
the other one.
The one that Tsume was wanting to go to, yes.
Okay, so assuming that he's not part of this group because is it crossed out, or is it just he's from there?
His band is his headband's intact.
Okay, cool. So she's gonna like look at the mark and kind of like Oh, okay, no. Okay, that I understand. Alright, that's what I'm confused. That's what happened.
It's okay.
Alright.
Sorry.
Pat said you'll fix
She's
it
gonna okay,
eventually.
so it's not okay, so it's like it's the burn, like it's a burn kind of thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So she's gonna she's can I heal it, or do I just have to like treat the actual injury, or can I do like healing jutsu on it?
You can heal. You can do a healing jutsu on it if you want.
Okay, to see if it like see if I can improve it.
So
Is that
the wound a little bit.
ninjutsu, or is that chakra treat injury?
Do you actually have a rank 1 healing yet?
I do. Wait. Yes. Wait. Hold on. I've got my. I didn't bring my list up because I'm stupid.
Well, combat was not intended, so it's okay.
Right. Yeah. No, but I had assumed healing things was. Sorry. She should have. It's diagnosis, mystical surgery. Yeah, healing first rank.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, roll that.
Okay. And it is ninjutsu. Okay.
Yeah. It needs chakra control to work, but you have ninjutsu to use it, so yeah.
Yeah. And my ninjutsu is 13. Okay. 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, then you heal it, and since he was wanting food, and you had asked Tsume to help get food, Ryhn is still inside the interrogation room apparently. So
No, I know the
Tsume
way what it. He followed along. He waited a few minutes just for that sake of that scene, but he followed along.
Right. Okay. So Ryhn is starting to come into the medical tent. He wouldn't have necessarily saw it yet specifically. But he's coming into the tent. Tsume comes charging up because food. And Tsume, you see that this ninja that Shiori is helping currently, he has that same. Actually, no, you left. You didn't see it.
Huh?
On Nakata, didn't you leave the room before he showed his brand to Shiori?
I was standing next to her trying to get her to go, and there was...
Yeah.
Right,
so,
okay.
I would have seen it.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. You see he has that same, like, heavily, that prison kanji brand is on his, upper part of his, or right below his collarbone, same place it was on Nakata.
And he's awake?
He's awake, and his is marked out, like how you would mark out a band on a headband.
Uh-huh.
But since it's on his skin, it left a scar, and it was fresh because he recently marked it out. And Shiori just now has healed to make it less gruesome and less of an open wound.
Yeah. He's awake, though, right?
He is awake.
Can I ask...
And he was wanting food.
Okay, well, yeah, food. Can I ask him where he got that?
He sighs and gets into his food a little bit and goes, "Doesn't matter now. I'm out of there. That's what matters."
Well,
Are all of your limbs going to stay normal limbs?
What?
That's an oddly specific question.
We have another patient from where
I
you
like
come
that
from.
oddly specific question.
Like, we have another patient who's been in similar places. I just want to make sure this isn't something you pick up from there.
Yes,
If
because
you're
it's a suddenly disease.
We
Hey,
don't
look,
know.
Shiori
Okay.
counts most weird things as diseases.
So let me guess, you count Ryhn
So-
as a disease.
Anyway,
Can we not
yeah,
go
I
into
didn't
that?
say that. I didn't say that
in
out
answer
loud.
in answer to that question, he goes, "Thankfully, no. I got away before she could do some sort of weird experiments or something, but not before I got." And then he blinked, and his or no, actually he doesn't blink. He says, "But not before I got." And then he looks up to he sort of holds his hand up to his bandaged face.
Did my healing do anything to alleviate some of that?
You were the one that did that.
I was?
Yeah.
When?
Thank you.
What did I
Before
do?
when you were going from like patient to patient trying to heal them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
For
wait.
emphasis,
What
back
happened to his face?
in the last
The
in the last
eyes.
session? Remember? In the last session when you had been siphoning chakra out of people and sort of helping to recover their eyes and stuff? Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of those. He's one of those that it actually worked on more effectively.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Alright.
Can I ask him? You wouldn't happen to know if she placed anything on you to keep you from talking, would you?
That's more mental conditioning, really.
Just
Actually,
he
no.
opens his mouth.
It just
because
occurred
what
to me
we
as
just
a
saw
player-
earlier. Yeah. No.
It just occurred to me as a player that could be a ninja technique of keeping people from talking.
Yeah.
Probably more
Yep.
close to like Genjutsu. Or it's sealed, which I think is what? Finjutsu?
Well,
Yeah.
Fuinjutsu is sealing, yeah.
Yeah, so it could be along one of those lines or a mixture of two.
If it is, I could try and do something about it, but
He's in response to that, he opens his mouth and sticks out his tongue and goes, "Is there anything on my tongue?"
Is there?
Which
Shiori takes out like a tongue depressor and like look.
There's only a piece of bread that you just munched.
yeah, he has like a piece of bread in his teeth, but other than that, he's fine.
Where did you come from?
And he
Which
half
direction?
chokes- half chokes when he gets the tongue depressor thing.
Which way did you come from?
That away and points everywhere.
No, he seems to be thinking for a second, and he's like, south.
South.
Yeah. Lots. I went through the
Sand. Desert.
the desert to get here.
Okay.
I was just wanting to take a trip over the wall just to get away, and next thing I know, I'm in some sort of dark prison cell or other. And then after that, I'm strangely released. And then
Okay, so you came over the wall and then you got captured and put into a prison.
I was put into a prison. I was going from home south
Yes.
and making my way to go over the wall. I was in prison before I got to the wall. Next thing I know, I'm in a prison, and then it flashes again. It's like my memories are not all there or something. I don't know. But I was gonna go over the wall. I was captured. I was in a prison. Roses. I saw roses. I don't know what that's about.
Roses.
And then I'm over the wall, and I'm in some fight, and then I'm unconscious, and I'm here. Sorry, I can't give him any more information.
Quick, make
No,
this Avengers have a cognitive readjustment. Whack!
That's fine. Can I... Oh, but this, can I just, like, kind of stop and go and try to go pull out the paperwork and stuff and read?
Oh yeah.
Like,
and-
I just get distracted by this. I'm just like, huh.
Yeah. And this is where we'll end the session, and I'll give you what you find on that paper.
Okay.
Symptoms: chronic lying.
Huh?
But yeah.
No,
was-
it's just what he just said right there has actually got my interest.
So, why don't you close this out, Ghost, since you couldn't do the recap?
What do I do? I legitimately have no idea what I'm doing right now.
What's she supposed to do at the end of thing?
What do I do?
I don't know. Usually we just sit there and say goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, I don't know.
Aw.
This has been an
tell
Do you want me to do it?
Do I asked what to do and nobody said anything and now
her
I
tell her what to do and she'll do it.
You need to do the sign off.
I don't know what it is.
Wing it!
I don't know how to do this.
Just say what Ryhn, what Kelson
No one
always
told me
says.
no one told me we're out of time.
Just this has been Naruto, A New World. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
I had no idea.
Bye. Bye.